Hello, everyone, and welcome to another special look at the Endure and Defy Battlegroup pack, which is going to be launching for Company of Heroes 3 on November 27th. My name is John. I am on the community team here, and I'm joined by two of our designers. Let's do some quick intros. Let's start with Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason. I'm a senior designer on Company of Heroes 3.
And Will.
Hello, I'm Will. I'm also a senior designer on Company of Heroes 3.
Okay, so if you've checked out our YouTube page at Company of Heroes, you've probably seen a couple other shoutcasts. We've got a 1v1 for both the Allied and Axis factions with all of the battle groups. So I believe we show off the Polish cavalry versus the Kriegsmarine and the Italian Partisans versus the Last Stand for the Wehrmacht. But now, today, I believe we're going to look at all four battle groups. Isn't that right?
All together.
Okay, cool. Any setup that you want to do here, Jason, in terms of how these battle groups play together, or should we just get right into the match?
Yeah, we can talk it through as we watch it. But yeah, I encourage people to go and check out some of the other content that kind of explains more of what the battle groups do, or the 1v1s do a better job of like going through exactly the game plans of all of them. Mm-hmm. This one, I think we'll just talk a little bit more, in general of how people are playing.
Okay, yeah, and you mentioned some of the other content. We do have battle group trailers that have also been released or will be releasing around this time, along with the battle group tech tree. So you can check out all of the abilities and units they're going to be releasing with this DLC pack. So without further ado, let's switch over to the game and let's get right into it.
Make it quick.
Here we go.
So here we go. First things first, it looks like we have Mirage Flaw, a.k.a. Darren from the Balance team, in blue as the Deutsche Afrika Corps. So he's going to be playing the Kriegsmarine battle group. And over here we have Faragi. Some might say he's a pretty good player.
It has been known.
Playing the Wehrmacht, so that'll be the Last Stand battle group. And on the other side, we've got Dume in red, playing as the British forces, so Polish cavalry. And Jason, I think you're over here in the purple, playing the U.S. forces and the Italian Partisans. And it looks like you've already built your little tunnel tent.
My tunnel network.
Your tunnel network. I definitely remember the name of it. So we're off to a great start.
Your little family picnic tent.
Yeah.
The tunnel network is kind of the hub to the little spokes of your tunnel network as you kind of build it out. All of your little tunnels will lead towards this main tunnel, and there's a few unique interactions with it. Your tunnel network stops working if you lose it, so beware. And as opposing players, you can kind of target it towards the later half of the game to try and shut down partisan play from a different angle. But yeah, we're kind of getting into the early game here. I don't actually remember this game that much. It's been a minute, but like a lot of these factions or a lot of these battle groups change how you want to play early. I think we can already see Kriegsmarine and Sturm Pioneers hitting the field here. Kriegsmarine come in with 3 rifles and an STG, which makes them pretty good in that mid to long range. They're kind of effective at all ranges, but that's kind of where they're the most comfortable and the most effective against other units. And as you can see here, he's able to kind of combine everything together and kick away this dingo, this marauding dingo.
And the Kriegsmariners also have a couple upgrades that they have, right?
Yes. You can't see it right now, but the Kriegsmarine infantry have access. Oh wait, this that dingo just got wrecked. The Kriegsmarine can get a MG42 LMG or another pack of STGs, a little bit cheaper and earlier. You do need to be aware that because with the guns that they have, they can be pretty strong against things like the dingo. The automatic fire is pretty effective against it. Demay doesn't really quite respect. I didn't realize he lost this so early, but he doesn't respect it and he gets kicked away.
All right, let me check in on the Italian Partisans and the Last Stand battle group here.
On this end, I'm fighting riflemen, good old riflemen, versus the Sturm Pioneers, supported by some of the other Wehrmacht units. Sturm Pioneers are rifle infantry, so rather than having the SMGs, the MP40s, that the Pioneers normally have, they have rifles, and they're quite accurate with them, so they're quite good at long range. Their damage output is quite high, but they are a 3-man squad, which makes them fairly fragile, so you do need to be careful how you use them. You can use the Grenadier merge to kind of offset this a bit, but it's not that capable of a combination because again there are only 3 model squads. But Fergie here has a pretty good setup. He kind of catches me out of position. I can't really get the rifles on top of his units very well, so he kicks me off. So we on the Allies aren't starting that well.
Yeah, but you've already got a couple of tunnel networks down here near the front lines.
Yes.
So not too close so that they're discovered, but close enough for you to do some partisan shenanigans.
Have you unlocked Resistance Fighters yet?
No,
I don't think you have.
No, actually, I just got them. I don't have manpower. Like with the Partisans, kind of the trick with, or kind of the trade-off with them is that you do need to invest resources into the tunnels, which they're not combat troops. They don't give you immediate power. However, there's a lot of nasty things that you can do with them, or, they can just speed up you getting to the front as other things. I believe I used the tunnel earlier there. So, you need to take advantage of the mobility and the flexibility that these things give you, because your army generally will be weaker than your opponent. But yeah, we'll see how that goes for me, because right now I have the smallest army by far. I also lost my scouts.
And it also looks like your riflemen are being affected by the propaganda tower.
Yeah.
Very early propaganda tower at that.
Yeah, he's rushing those out. So for those who don't know, the propaganda tower debuffs all enemy infantry within a pretty decent range. The propaganda tower itself isn't really stealth or anything, and is quite fragile. But if you place it in a good spot, and this new map has some really nasty spots for it, it can be kind of hard to deal with because it debuffs your infantry by making them less effective in combat. But more importantly, it also makes you capture territory really slow. So you kind of have to hunt these down each day. But, you want to talk about the map a bit?
Probably should talk about the map, huh? Yeah, so this is our new 2v2 map, which is called Wadi Dana. This was the winner of this year's map making competition. This was made by Sphinx, who is hopefully very well known among the mapping community. He's created some excellent pieces, but this is the latest one. It's a very, very pretty desert map.
By the way, do you have alt hit right now? Because I'm seeing the unit names, or the player names on top of units.
No. That's just permanent.
It's just permanent?
Yeah, I usually like to leave it up for casts like this. Just
Just
so we know.
Different settings than us.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I just want everyone to know who's making the most mistakes.
Ooh,
okay.
It's not good for you then.
Yeah, Fergie's doing again. This spot is so pretty with the water going through it, but it's a lot of yellow cover, and I'm finding it pretty difficult to get on top of Fergie with this. So here I try and use Partisans, which can pop out from ambient buildings. So I'm pretty sure I have a tunnel range, so I pop them up there. So here I finally get a flank on him. I think this is one of the first engagements I win, and then he drives up a 2-2-2 or 2-2-1 on me. This is one of the abilities the Partisan has, which is the Molotovs. They can throw them, and these Molotovs can be thrown at both either position or at a vehicle, and it'll blind the vehicle while it's inside the fire, which makes it less effective, but effective enough. So I opt to get out of dodge there.
I just saw that Humber just come and chase the 2-2-1 away.
Yeah.
So can you explain what we just saw there? I think we talked about it in the last video where we covered the Italian Partisans, but you were just in an ambient building, and then all of a sudden you were back at your base.
So Partisans have a unique ability that allows them, when they're in a garrison, to instantly retreat to your tunnel network, which is usually in your base. So as you saw there, I went into the building. I didn't have to retreat all the way back home. They instantly enter the tunnel network, and they're immediately back to base. This is a really powerful way for them to do hit and run tactics, because as long as you plan accordingly and have an ambient building you can get into, you can kind of jump behind the enemy lines, and when they try and punish you, you can kind of get out.
Yeah, you get that safe retreat. They can't chase you down. You get back a lot faster, so you can get back into the fight quicker too.
But again, right, the Partisan units are really effective around buildings or in ambushes, but they're not going to be able to hold their own against proper line infantry supported by vehicles and whatnot. So you do need to leverage these to get the most out of your Partisans. I still think I'm being pushed out of I'm getting a push in, but I'm to the left side now that Demay helped me push off some of the units. And basically my plan is going to be, I'm going to use these tunnels to play in these built-up areas as much as I can. Because I was fighting in that open area by the munitions, and I was just getting pummeled from long range by kind of the Wehrmacht army. I'm like, okay, I'm going to fight in these areas, and I'm going to force them to come to me. Because one of the neat things about tunnels is also they keep your territory connected. So you can choose different spots of the map that you normally shouldn't fight in, that you can with this battle group, via the tunnels and via the supply. So here, essentially, my plan is, I'm going to fight in these garrisons, they're going to come to me.
Oh, and you got a forward HQ?
Yes.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I do get a forward HQ down. The forward HQ does quite a few things, but we'll kind of show them off as they come. Actually, one of the things I just did there was you can teleport units between garrisons. So if you have a forward HQ on the field, your units, as long as the building's within tunnel range, can instantly go from a tunnel to one of these ambient buildings, which can be really effective.
Very cool. And I guess we should probably check in on Darren doing some Kriegsmariner type things by building some hard points on the back line here.
Absolutely. I can't actually see how many he's got set up, but yeah. So the hard point is essentially his economy or his logistics boost. He's incentivized to build as many of these as he can.
Yeah, he has 3 now.
Yeah. So the more that he has, the more crates are going to start spawning at the designated point that he chooses. Looks like it's going to be spawning on this one. It takes a little while for them to accrue, but if he's going to be getting 3 crates at once, that's good for him.
Yeah.
And then he can upgrade these later if he wants to.
Yeah, he already has a bunch of munitions. If you look at the bottom there.
Yeah, he's got
We'll
one.
see if he finds a good use for them. Kriegsmarine infantry can eat up a lot of munitions because they need the upgrades. They also have really good grenade abilities as well, so they're decent munitions use. But the other really cool thing in a 2v2 is that your teammates can actually use the crates. I'm not sure how well coordinated Darren and Parachi were in this game, but like often you can generate more crates than you need in like a 2v2, and then you can give some of these to your teammates, which is really good.
Yeah.
Particularly like one early use for it is like repairs. You can use this to repair your allied vehicles without having to set engineers to do it.
Oh, it's probably worth mentioning, just in case it hasn't come up anywhere else, that the healing crates that you get from the hard points, they heal infantry and vehicles alike. It depends on who uses them. So, yeah, very, very helpful for sharing the load and just keeping things moving.
I don't actually, like, we recover pretty well here. I think we got a few good engagements on the far left, and now that we've kicked them off, we've finally managed to establish a defensive line. So we're going to try our best to hold on to this. I see, I believe it's Faraji who just built a board. Wanza, which is one of our new units from Last Stand. We'll see how he uses this. Like, we'll explain all the functions on it later, but basically, this is a giant remote-controlled vehicle, or not giant, but a small remote-controlled vehicle
It's
that
guided
has
by remote control stuff.
Sure, yes. And it has a powerful 6-pod rocket launcher that is very effective against vehicles, and it has the ability to be upgraded or loaded with a explosive charge that it can then either drive to a position and drop it or deliver it direct. So I believe he wants to use this to break my defensive position, where it is quite good. So we'll see if he can get that done.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be eyeing up that forward headquarters.
I think he first tries to break the building itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I see this, and I'm like, oh god. Wait, he's going to drive up, and he's going to try and detonate the building. Now, my forward HQ is at maximum health, and forward HQs do have a decent amount of damage reduction. So, they're like fortified buildings, so he doesn't quite destroy it.
That was still pretty powerful.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, if that were a vehicle or a squad, that would be toast.
If I had a squad in there, it would be toast.
Absolutely.
It would be absolutely demolished. And if that was a normal building, like, if that wasn't a forward HQ, that definitely would have leveled. So, he's going to try again in the future, but so far, it's okay.
I mean, it doesn't look okay, but it's still...
We're holding the line. Yeah, so Kriegsmarine infantry kind of like pushing out here. I don't think Darren has the LMG upgrades on them right now.
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a minute before Like the Kriegsmarine have a little bit of trouble dealing with the main lines without their upgrades. They're a little weaker than the other squads, or in terms of scaling. So we'll see how that goes.
It's worth mentioning as well. You see a grenade icon above the Kriegsmariners there. Whenever they collect crates from the hardpoints, they get a random grenade ability assigned to them.
Yeah.
Single use. But it can be a mix of things like red phosphorus or a rifle grenade, a grenade assault.
And incendiary.
Incendiary, sorry. So they get a lot of extra variety further into the game.
Yeah. And just looking at Dumay's lineup here, he's already upgraded.
Oh yeah,
his Humber with the
good old tulip.
Yeah, we saw it fire off
Tulips.
earlier. It was pretty effective.
Yeah. He also has of course, the Polish land mattress
land
ready to go.
mattress.
Hiding in a bush.
Yeah. So the land mattress is a really powerful artillery unit. Oh, there goes a tulip. He tries to use it against infantry. It's decent. It does decent AoE damage, but it won't blast infantry that well. It's not that effective in that case. So it's not as good at wiping out retreating units. But it's really, really good against like dense packs of units.
Yeah, units in cover or team weapons that have got crew members standing next to each other.
And here's the first barrage of the land mattress.
Making itself known.
Very devastating.
And a Pantherturm that is just kicking
yeah.
it off.
Yeah. So this is the other buildable that you get with propaganda towers if you go last stand, which is this Pantherturm, which is essentially a Panther turret built into the ground. It is a very durable defense, and it has it's very effective against vehicles. It has very limited effectiveness against infantry. So I'm trying to sneak up here to like satchel it, but it's also extremely durable. So that just ate a satchel and is like totally okay. And that's kind of the strength of the Pantherturm.
And Stern Pioneers galore to get it repaired up again.
Yeah, get it back to fighting.
And this is kind of the... Oh, is he rewarding me again in the north? This time... Wait, what is he calling it?
Oh, that's Stuka.
Oh, Stuka, tri-bombing. So this is actually the Kriegsmarine bombing ability. It's a low power but also low cost ability that you can use munitions to call in. It's quite good against like limited stationary targets. So there they level the building. They're kind of breaking me out of this position. It's getting harder and harder to hold this. But what I was trying to say is like this is kind of how Last Stand is meant to be played, with these kind of like defensive lines, with both the propaganda tower and the Pantherturm kind of working together to make it really uncomfortable for your opponent to kind of push into you. But I've been able to kind of sneak around the edge here and hold enough of the map. But like if I have to attack into him directly, which I did, it didn't go there.
Yeah, you have a Greyhound that's basically just unable to get into this.
Oh, goodbye. That land mattress just killed the Pantherturm and the Pioneer. I believe he also has Final Battle active right now, if you saw the +3 munitions for those. That ability makes it so that all of your units take bonus damage, but deal bonus damage, and on death, they gain munitions. And it's really scary to have that turn on when there's enemy artillery on the field. It can be really valuable and really effective, but in that case, I think that just got the Pioneer's kill.
Yeah. Have we talked about the hard points with the flak veiling on top? So you see it in there, just over there? There you go, perfect. So Darren's gone for improved hardpoints, so he has various upgrades that he can apply to the hardpoints. It increases their durability and their health anyway when you get that purchase, but he's gone for a flak tower upgrade instead. So whereas the hardpoint can be garrisoned by infantry, you get rid of that capability if you want to, and it installs a flak veiling on top, which just makes it a powerful 360 anti-infantry, anti-light vehicle turret.
Oh yeah, they make a huge push down the line here. And wait, I think Farage's trying to yoink the land mattress.
He killed it?
Yeah. Did you see it's kind of escaping to the top right there? Like, he's not even towing it away. He's literally just yeeted it.
Cheeky steal.
Yeah. Like, the land mattress is quite effective against the strat that both of them are going for. Both of them are going for the more defensive iterations of their battle groups. So the land mattress is a big deal to them. And as you can see, the land mattress can do a lot of damage to stationary agglomeration units.
It's super inaccurate, but you're firing so many shells over a long period of time. If you don't get out of there, you are going to take some serious hits.
And can you talk about the Polish sort of innate ability to deal more damage against veteran units? Because I feel like the land mattress benefits from that as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. All of the Polish units have an ability called Hunter, which makes it so that they are more effective when they deal with units that are of equal or higher veterans. So the land mattress actually gains bonus damage against these units, which can be really, really effective. But yeah, so she got the land mattress now, and it's gonna be our turn to take the pain.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Like, I think the land mattress is really effective this game because all of us are going for fairly static or defensive builds. I guess kind of like Dumais is actually ironically the one exception with artillery and just a lot of mobile infantry. But like I'm playing really dense in that like corner with the buildings, and then the Kriegsmarine is going for like his hardpoint network with all of these crates that he can use to buff up and heal his units, as you can see there. He's essentially grabbing a bunch of healing and grabbing a bunch of munitions. I think he's currently at 200 munitions. So he's going to be trying to use that to get some damage, some hurt down.
Yeah, you are all floating some munitions right now. You guys
Yeah, we're all kind of like saving up for our big attacks because we're all starting to unlock the later parts of our tree. Now, with these battle groups, you can either opt into a lot of different strikes and have a lot of different options, or you can actually opt into not having any strikes. I believe one of us, I forget who, kind of messes up a little and chooses too few strikes and ends up floating with different munitions. But Kriegsmarine in particular has a lot of different strikes to deal with the munitions that they can generate with hardpoints. I think they're going to try and make the most of it. Oh, goodbye. I think that was some 254 damage.
Yeah, it looks like.
So we're transitioning into later game here. I'm putting a lot of manpower because like I don't really know, or I'm trying to get like 2 vehicles. I don't think we've had great fuel control this game, so we're behind. We're catching up now with the 33 fuel because that kind of last attack didn't go that well for them. Yeah.
I noticed as well you haven't built tunnels in the opposite corner of the map this time around, but that is definitely something you can do as Partisans.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight your own lane. You can disperse yourself wherever you want. On a map like this, where the 2 teams are kind of on the edges, not in the corners, it means there are 4 corners that you can hide out in.
Yeah, I think Jason, you did a much better job of kind of showcasing that style of play in the other 1v1 showcase that we did.
Yeah. I actually am starting to creep a few tunnels onto Dumais' side of the map because I've unlocked a new ability called I think they're called medical caches. This makes it so that all units near tunnel radius can heal out of combat. So I'm trying to give this effect to Dumais, which is making it easier for him to keep his units topped
I
up.
just noticed that's an underwater tunnel.
Yep.
Make sure you pack your scuba gear.
So
Panzer 4.
in terms of VPs, currently the game is pretty even. I can't remember just how even the field control has been. I think we were a little behind early, but we've kind of caught up now. So it's a matter of like now with everything online, we're gonna start slamming into each other with like big strikes with as much damage as we can to try and put on the hurt here. Like on the top side, he's starting like there's so little left of the top side with all the explosions and everything happening. I'm losing like the cover I need to fight effectively. All these buildings are either kind of ruined or about to be ruined. But I think I've been pretty successful at keeping Farajit out of my little spot there, and now he's kind of pushing them. It's been really hard to control some of these like little points. Oh, there's the Firefly.
There's the Firefly that picked off Farajit's Panzer.
Nice.
Yeah. The Firefly is one of the Polish's trademark, like stellar units.
Signature.
It's very, very powerful anti-tank unit. It has long range and an extremely powerful gun. However, it is very slow. Oh, He's denying the worst.
I was going to say, I see salvage on Ferrigi's tree there, so it seems obvious that his stern pioneers are stripping wrecks for resources.
Yeah, especially against Last Stand, you have to be really careful with keeping wrecks alive.
Yeah, or diving too deep.
Yeah, I think that actually happens. I'm not sure. Yeah. So far, there's a bit of a lull. I don't know what the X's are currently up to. I think Darren's kind of gearing up for a big attack.
Yeah, there it is.
So he's going to basically grab a bunch of the buffs from his crates, and then he's going to launch a big attack using that. And then on top of that, in coordination with kind of the munitions that he gets from picking up the crates, he's going to try and use strikes to... Yeah, Firefly taking good shots. Well, Dumais is countering this really well. Long-range Firefly into the bulk of the force, with the Firefly kind of overwatching on top of this. I'm trying to go straight.
No, I'm sure either.
Oh, wait, was that P-47? That's my ASC P-47.
Oh, I was going to say, it was purple smoke. It was, sorry, it was a purple plane.
Yes.
It was you.
Oh, but there's the land mattress counter battery. Yeah. But I don't think Dumais is actually comfortable fighting. In these straight up fights, I don't really have much power being Partisans. A lot of Partisans' power comes from fighting around their tunnels. So I don't really have any access to any big strikes or any big debuffs that come too far away from the tunnels. And so it's like especially Kriegsmarine with all of their bonuses can be really really hard to fight.
Yeah, Darren's still playing very close to his hard point, so those crates are always within reach.
But with the map kind of with its current layout, like I think we're kind of separated into 3 lanes-ish here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this central lane as well that the Axis are taking over now. There's a lot of permanent blockers here. The cover, the heavy cover that's there early on, gets stripped away pretty quickly, but these blockers remain, which is definitely to the advantage of long-range units like the Marder that can just sit next to it and get a good line of sight on everything.
This map feels really effective for artillery units with how the units are kind of channeled down these little lanes.
Yeah, definitely. Less so in the north where you're playing, where there's plenty of space to spread out and light cover everywhere, but in the middle and the south, definitely.
And to those who just saw that little white reveal, that is spy network from my Partisan Battlegroup. What that allows us to do is reveal little parts of the map, essentially permanently. Oh, goodbye. And that gave us the recon to drop this artillery on this little blob of infantry, or as he calls it, tactical infantry unit. But essentially, your opponents don't know where you've dropped spy network. However, the spy networks must be within range of your tunnel radius, your tunnel influence. And if that tunnel ever gets removed, or if you don't have any tunnels nearby, you will lose that vision forever, and you'll have to build it up again. So you kind of have to build up this spy network, and your opponents kind of have to make sure they take it back.
Dumais is leaving no man behind.
Oh, there it is. He picks up one of his injured entities. So the Polish No Man Left Behind ability allows them to kind of preserve a bit of manpower, or to keep their units further in the fight. Longer in the fight, sorry.
Yeah, so they'll see a casualty goes down on the ground, you get an icon that you can interact with, and the infantry can just pick that guy back up. It leaves him vulnerable, but...
It'll be hard to fight Fireflies with Martyrs, especially since I'm giving him these spy network pings.
Yeah.
You saw another one there, that white ping. Your opponents can't actually see that. Oh, good Firefly shot. Or good tulip shot.
Oh,
Prince X.
Here we go.
So this... Let's see. Not quite.
Oh, it
flipped
hurt
him.
there. Yeah, so the Fritz X is a glide bomb. It's a remote-controlled glide bomb. So it's deployed from a plane, and then you, as the player, have an opportunity to move it for a little while, chasing basically at the same speed as a Firefly, but right towards the very end before it makes impact, it is stationary. So you just have an opportunity to escape if you're watching carefully.
It starts off pretty mobile when it's high up in the air, but as you get lower and lower, the maneuverability decreases. So there's a little bit, like, you kind of have to be predictive with where you place it, but yes, you can move it around to catch any units. The Firefly in particular is quite slow, unable to keep up.
Worth adding as well, like unlike the V1, which is available on the Terra Battlegroup, this is far more pinpoint, far more deadly, directly on its center point. It doesn't have anywhere near as much of a splash or AoE damage.
But it's one of the few things where you can pretty reliably, once you get the hang of it, to hit vehicles with.
Oh yeah,
Which can be really devastating.
and both teams can see it. Like that reticle is visible to the victim too. So
I think Axis has gotten the worst of the trade so far. Darren's army has gotten whittled down pretty low. And Dumais at one point was like only on like 6 units, but now he's managed to rebuild. I think his 2 Fireflies doing a lot of work for him.
yeah, definitely.
One of the issues with the Kriegsmarine is that they can struggle in the infantry war if you don't get the upgrades or the veterancy on them soon enough. Though I think in this case they're actually both doing okay.
Yeah, like he's got one with the STG package upgraded, but the other one, this Veterans 2, doesn't have any upgrades yet. I think he also lost one.
Yes. I think he lost this.
Yeah.
Battle remains the battlefield. So the Fireflies continue.
Jason, looks like you've got a bit of a Sherman army here with the upgraded turrets on them.
Yes, I've managed. Dumais has bought me enough time where I've been able to convert some of my resistance into vehicles here. We're just layering all the fire there on his martyrs because we know once we kill these martyrs, we can win the game. Yeah, we're going for the dive here. I don't think they have anything. Panzer Shrek comes out. But wow, Dumais managed to keep his Humber still alive. I didn't. The Humber with the Tulip can be quite can be more useful than it normally is. I don't actually. No, since he went for the land matches, he didn't actually get the Panzer rockets. But normally you can get your Panzer B rockets to be very effective, to make your lighter vehicles effective against heavier armor. Not quite something like a Q4, like maybe a Martyr, because it would reduce the armor of the vehicles. There's the tripod. Kind of lifts.
It's difficult to measure exactly where the bombs are going to land, though, right?
There's a little bit of split.
Yeah, gives you a broad idea. But it's cheap enough that you can use it quite regularly.
Oh, I think Darren's trying to salvage one of my easy 8s. Or no, not one of my 8s, but one of my Shermans. And he does, but it's on the last
Yeah,
turn.
it was up for a second.
Alas.
Once the Polish get up to their Fireflies, it can be quite difficult to use armor. You kind of have to target the weaknesses of the Fireflies, which is their slow speed. They also have pretty slow rate of fire as well. So if you can overwhelm them, they're pretty vulnerable. But especially in these like individual poking fights, it's quite difficult to deal with them. Dumais has also done a really good job of covering them with the land mattress as well. That land mattress is better at C3 now.
I know.
Yeah. While like the one purge you got is still on better than C1. I don't think it's gotten nearly as much damage.
I've seen far more land mattress use than I thought I would in this game. I'll be honest.
I mean, I think Dumais has found like really good angles with it.
Yeah. It's a narrower map as well, this one, so he has the opportunity to sit in relative safety and cover pretty much all 3 lanes.
Dumais trying to rebuild his infantry. He only has the one section. So he just got the Polish Lancers and the unique infantry for the Polish Battlegroup.
Oh yeah, could you snap to them, John? There he is.
Yeah, he does get these quite late. They're generally pretty good earlier on. They come with 2 AT rifles and a LMG, so they're pretty good against all of the early lighter targets. I think he's opted for them because they are fairly effective against the DAC in particular. They'll be able to threaten the martyrs and be able to fight the infantry. And he probably opted for them instead of the infantry section. they can become really, really powerful with both their raging and their veterancy abilities. But right now, we'll see. Because there's a lot of late game access on the battlefield right now.
There is.
I'm trying to sell. He's trying to recover the vehicle, right?
It's a dire situation. Yeah, we're on the last 42 tickets.
He's been punished. Oh, good one!
Very good bomb.
That's the P-47 right into the face there. I think the top flank holding that spot has kind of channeled them down all the way into this middle area, and that just makes them so vulnerable to a lot of the AoE damage that we have access to. Or I guess the one land mattress that Demir has been using.
The little land mattress that could.
GG's.
Okay, so there we have it. Our first 2v2 look at the Battlegroups coming in the Endure and Defy DLC pack. So final thoughts on that match, Will, and anything that you wanted to point out to players before we wrap up here?
Good fun. It's lovely to see all four of them being used at the same time. There are so many different ways that you can use the Battlegroups, so it's interesting seeing how some of our stronger players are using them. Like, the way that I play them is very, very different, but I am not Fergie, to be sure.
Jason, what about you? Any final thoughts? You were in that match, so I'm sure you were white knuckling it until the end.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of the cool thing with some of these battle groups is you can kind of opt into how deep into one style you go for. So I think both Axis players opted for a pretty defensive style. And I did as well, but Dumay didn't. So, but if you saw any of the other content, you can kind of change that. You can be more aggressive or less aggressive than currently the picks. So that's kind of our intention with these battle groups, that you can kind of vary your game style a little bit more with the individual battle groups. So I'm excited to see what people do.
Okay, awesome. So again, the Endure and Defy DLC Battlegroup packet is going to be available on Steam on November 27th, so you can pick that up that day. And of course, the same day, the 2.2 Scarlet Bison update will be going out for Company of Heroes. Ton of content covering these new battle groups, so be sure to check out the other shoutcasts on our YouTube channel. We've got the tech trees that are floating around out there on our social channels, in addition to the battle group trailers as well, which cover all of the abilities and new units. So very excited for players to get their hands on this stuff and to see what they can do in the game. But thank you so much, Will. Thank you, Jason. And we'll see you in the next one.